is more, better, more beyond each one of us. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, as I start, I would want us to really appreciate that even women in this country are Kenyans who came. They presented, Mr. Speaker, even as I appreciate the different clauses that are there, and appreciating that now when the Senate is going for 7 years, it is going to cure the issue of you being a senator, you go or you become a governor, you finish 10 years and you come back to become a senator and you decide you are going to look to your own accounts, which ethically is very wrong. But Mr. Speaker, I want to speak on the issue of the 2/3 gender rule, and to appreciate what the majority leader said and what the minority leader said, Mr. Speaker, in supporting and ensuring by principle that indeed in the NADCO report they picked and they recommended indeed we shall achieve the 2/3 gender rule. But Mr. Speaker, we have to come out of the confusion that we have put. When you look at the report, Mr. Speaker, in the intro, it is very clear we presented to Bomas our recommendations. Thereafter, Mr. Speaker, we had different groups that came in, and you realize the multi-sectoral also came in, and their presentation was based on the formula. And therefore, by principle, we are saying this House, the 13th Parliament, based on the goodwill of the President, we shall achieve the 2/3. Mr. Speaker, what I want to plead with this House, that indeed if the report of the multi-sectoral that deals with the formula is presented in this House, procedurally we must adopt, since we have not seen the other reports of how we are going to ensure the 7 years work, how we are going to ensure the MCS fund comes in, how we are going to ensure IBC is established. And therefore, even as the women, I am pleading with the leadership, I am pleading with the country, I am pleading to the President, to the Prime Minister, that when our report comes on the floor of this House, we shall adapt and adopt it as one report with the NADCO report. Mr. Speaker, all these confusions, oh, we are told women are under the bus, we want to say the report is very clear. Article 463, 464 explains very clear what the committee said and what we need to adapt. And therefore, all I am pleading is to ensure, Mr. Speaker, this matter of the 2/3 gender rule. I am pleading with the National Assembly members that we can work as a team and ensure we pass it. And therefore, I am requesting the ministry to ensure they bring in the report so that we can look at the formula and adapt the formula, Mr. Speaker. I also want to thank every man, every champion who has stood on this agenda, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, as I finalize, the most important thing is that when JLAC will be bringing all the, I'll call it omnibus, of all these other proposals that are there, the proposal of 2/3 will be part of it. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, we should not allow again to go back to the days when we are saying, now again the 2/3 will come alone, it will be a standalone. We are saying and we are pleading by procedure, based on what the majority leader and the minority leader agreed, we can agree as a House, support, and I believe the National Assembly will indeed make women of this country know that we are one. We are there to walk a journey together to see the development of our country. Mr. Speaker, it is very sad when women are told in this country that we will have a balloon budget or they'll do. Is it only the women? Why is it so easy to give 7 years to the Senate, as much as I'm supporting that proposal, that it is so difficult to agree on this proposal? For me, by principle, I know it is in the report, and therefore it will be very unfortunate that we can come and start now speaking on different tongues on this report, on this issue of 2/3 gender, when the president was very clear that this will be his, indeed, achievement for the women of Kenya. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, I support and plead that we really need to appreciate when the report comes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you. Member for the South.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you.